Now it is exactly 2:22 in the morning, and I'm going a little bit while I'm talking. Bear with me because honestly, I probably ain't got no damn business doing no fucking recording at 2:22 in the morning. But I had to come on because I had a message that I needed to get out. And you know, I, I on this process for me, I am not trying to compare myself to any of y'all. Um, I'm not trying to judge where you are in your journey compared to where I am in mine. When the messages come, baby, I'm just trying to pass the fucking message on. Okay? It definitely is personal for me. Baby, let me tell you something. This breakup shit ain't no motherfucking joke. This severing motherfucking soul ties and cutting motherfucking uh and calling your energy back to you. This shit ain't no motherfucking joke. And let me tell you something, baby. If you thought it was a motherfucking game, if you thought it was a game, I'm telling you it's not. Baby, you in a fight for your motherfucking life. You hear me? Somebody said to me, once before, sometimes you have these moments in life. I don't know if they're moments of clarity. I don't know if they're epiphanies, but people and moments stick out more time than others. And somebody said to me, they said, T, you know what I like about you? You a fighter. You a fighter, girl. But one thing I need for you to understand is that every fight ain't physical. And the human response at that time, because I wasn't as into my journey as I am now. Mind you, I've always been on a journey, but sometimes I stray, you know? And the fucking, the message, um, hit me kind of hard, It hit me kind of hard, and I was like, oh shit. I said to myself right there, I said, honey, you better get your shit together, you know? And I'm saying that to say this, and pardon me, because I'm not trying to offend you. But bitch, you fight for your motherfucking life. All this time you've been making heart over mind decisions. Battle of the mind and heart. It's a long time battle, centuries, decades, millenniums. They're always in combat with each other, right? And so we've always been taught, go with your heart, go with your heart, follow your heart, go with your heart, right? And if going with your heart, baby, if that shit ain't been working for you, then I think it's time you choose a mind over matter. You gotta go that way. You gonna have to choose the mind over the heart. Now, they say the mind is where the ego lies, which could be true. But for the spiritual people, you also know that's where you get your messages from. Your intuitive messages come from your gut. When you hear the voice of the Creator, when you hear the voice of your God, the voice comes in very peaceful, very still, very loving. And you need to quiet your energy and your space in order to retrieve these messages. And baby, sometimes you got to make that fucking mind over matter choice. You fucking got to. You got to, bitch, because you in a fucking ring and you motherfucking going round for round with this motherfucking heartbreak. And that heartbreak is breaking your ass the fuck down. But understand the double entendre, because even though you're being broke the fuck down, that's the only way to heal. Because to heal, you got to get back up from being broken down. Even though your heart break, it's the only fucking way that you know you gotta put that shit back together as if it broke. I hope I'm making sense. And this is how I'm telling you too that you can understand contradictions. We are walking fucking contradictions. It's just not fucking possible to be one fucking way because every situation involves another fucking side of you or another perspective. Okay, so you fighting for your fucking life, bitch. Fight. Don't lose sight of you, because when you're on mourning, when you are hurting, it is easy to fucking do that. It is easier to go back to routine and say, you know what, I don't like the way he treats me. I don't like when he cheats. I don't like who we've become um together, whatever the case is. You know, you're so rude. You grow into not just excusing the behavior, but part of your dealing, your handling mechanisms, right? And your defense mechanisms is to justify and fucking what's the word I'm looking for? You justify and make light in order for you to process the fucking trauma that you're going through, right? So now you got to do a fucking reversal. You have to do a fucking reversal. You cannot get so complacent in trauma that your coping mechanism becomes to excuse the fucking trauma and learn how to operate in that shit. No, because you are a goddess. You're a fucking divine being. And even more than that, if you love yourself the way you're saying that you love yourself, you understand that it's not imperfection, but becoming a better version of yourself. That you need to fight back. And you need to know when to fight, because baby, let me tell you, them fucking days be up and down. You hear me? They be up and down. And them days when you ain't got it in you to fight, it is okay to rest. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself permission to do what yourself needs to do. You will receive divine guidance. Remember, you are on a healing journey. And even though it's due to a heartbreak initially, you begin to heal different parts of yourself. Not just a heartbreak because a relationship didn't work out or a romantic relationship didn't work out, but you begin to heal other parts of yourself, other heartbreaks that other people outside of your romantic relationship have caused. You learn to heal in acceptance of accountability. So with all of that shit, and it's a lot, it could be a lot, and your body is going to call to rest. You got to pay attention on them days that you're tired, on them days when you're in the routine of getting up, going to work, or you're in a routine, even if it's your day off and you're in a routine of saying, you know what, I got some errands I gotta run. I do this every Saturday, or I do this every other Saturday, or I don't give a fuck if it is the beauty parlor and getting your fucking nails done. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. All that shit is surface level shit. And that is not the true meaning of self-care. You know what the fuck self-care really is? Let me tell you what self-care really is. On them days when your body is telling you that I am more tired today than I was yesterday. And I'm more tired because I've been fighting a battle while you tried to rest. Maybe you was able to rest that night. Maybe you wasn't. But you woke up tired today. And your heart was fighting. And the spirit was fighting to make some type of peace in your subconscious, to assist with your healing. Even when you aren't physically or consciously aware, you still fucking fighting. And you got to pay attention to when you know you are following your normal routine, but you're more tired than usual because your body is calling you to rest. Fuck that hair salon. Fuck that nail salon. True self-care is knowing when to lay your ass the fuck back down, because you need a little extra time to pull yourself together. Listen to your body, you hear me? I don't give a fuck if it's an extra hour. Now, me, fucking with me, it's longer than an hour for me. I will lay my motherfucking ass on this cloud bed of mine until my body says, okay, we ready for the day. You understand? Because the fucking battle of the one of the arts of war is knowing when to stand down so you can fight another day. Okay? One of the universal laws, not just one, but the number one universal law is self-preservation, baby. Okay? I don't give a fuck if you got to lay in that bed and cry some shit out. I don't give a fuck if you just got to lay in that bed and pray. I don't give a fuck if you just got to lay. Maybe that's just it. Maybe you just need to lay. Maybe you just need that peace to be still, baby. Whatever it is, pay attention to that shit. And be patient with your motherfucking self. Because this shit ain't anything. And I know a lot of us try to, make it look good. But healing ain't for the weak. It ain't. And it ain't for motherfucking entertainment purposes only. This shit is real. And sometimes it's more harsh than others. But it's all for your ascension. Don't you get complacent in that motherfucking trauma, you hear? Don't get complacent in that motherfucking shit to where as though when your heart breaks again because you coming into accountability, or your heart breaks again because you are going down the peripheral road, or you are going down the road of retrospect, and more things are being revealed to you. Revelation plays a part, and that shit can hurt. Don't you get so complacent in that motherfucking trauma that you pull yourself out of any progressional healing that you had done to go back into what you have created to be normal and operating in that trauma. Don't you fucking go back. Because ain't nothing fucking normal about trauma, baby. It's not. That's not. When I realized that when I moved to the fucking suburbs, and guess what? Bees, I didn't even know I was living in the fucking suburbs. You hear me? I didn't even know I was living in the fucking suburbs. And here's what I mean by suburbs. It's not a gender of fucking people. It's not a race of fucking people. It is the complete outline and layout of a community. See where I live at? It is a whole fucking melting pot. You got Hispanics, you got whites, you got blacks, you got Koreans, just different races. Okay? But when in my weariness, I have accidentally done things that I did not have to pay the physical or financial consequences for the next day, that's when I started to realize I was in a motherfucking suburb. But let me tell you something too, right? The hood teaches us a lot of things. It teaches us motherfucking survival. But a lot of times we cannot even transition into truly just being free to just be ourselves, be whatever. Because, baby, even though we all have been raised with love from those family members that took the time out to raise us as best as they can, whether it was your mother, your father, your auntie, excuse me, your cousin, whoever the fuck, right? We grew up with these perceptions of love, and most of us are fairly decent human beings. But baby, we were still being raised out of survival. I realized that shit. Okay, what most of our guardians tried to do was they tried to cushion the fall with the love that they was giving us. But they was living in fucking survival the whole motherfucking time, and they knew that we were living in fucking survival too. But in order to try to lessen the traumatic experiences of our survival because we were children, they tried to love us and over love us and try to cushion that fall, or try to give us sustainable warring garments. If you understand what I'm saying, whether that came in the form of religion or whether that came in the form of protecting, guardianship, whatever it is, they did the best that they could. And I'm saying all that to say is, it's very similar heartbreak to me. In healing is very fucking similar, baby. How Prodigy said, it's a fucking whole war going on outside. No man is safe from. And so living in a fucking hood, in any parts of the hood, whether you was well associated, I don't give a fuck if you did live in the suburb and you came to the fucking hood every day, because that's where your friends was at and that's where your friends was from and or family. Then you have a very well understanding of what the fuck I'm saying. And what I'm saying is, you live in survival mode when you're in the fucking hood. And when you're in the process of healing, you have to take some of them fucking same tactics that got you through that motherfucker. You got to take your war gear and you gotta fight. Because you are fighting for your survival. You are fighting for you, bitch. You got to. It was promised to us that the weapons would not prosper. It was not promised that they wouldn't form. The motherfuckers be forming, baby. You can't know just defense. You gotta know offense too. You gotta know how to fucking block. Okay, dodge. Okay, word. Block, dodge. You gotta know when to swing back. You gotta know what tactic to use, where you should swing back, how you should swing back. And I'm not even talking physical, baby. I'm talking psychological. I'm talking emotional. I'm talking spiritual. So some fucking days, baby, when your body say, listen, not today, okay? Not and if, I'll negotiate. This is your body talking to you now. Subtle but real. I'll negotiate with you. If for some reason, whatever it is can't wait and has to be done today, then let's just postpone it till later. Because right now, I just need to lay here. Or I need to sit here. I need this for me. Honor that. Honor thyself. Know when to stand down so you can fight another fucking day. Okay? So now I don't know what time it is. Oh, it's 2:40. I just want us all to make it out of this motherfucking shit. And when I say make it out, I don't mean in the game, because healing is very well could be a lifelong process. But I mean, you've been with yourself all this time. And it is time we develop meaningful relationships with ourselves and understand who we are becoming, because again, this healing journey is more than just healing from a romantic relationship. It's what catapults you into a spiritual journey. And there is a lot of healing to do on this journey. A lot of work that needs to be done. And so you be patient with yourself, okay? I'm being patient with myself. I don't give a fuck if it's a year in, baby, and something triggers you and you need to cry. Let that shit out and cry. I don't care where you are. Okay? If you're working in a building, if you're working in an office, if you're working in any type of setting, you can excuse yourself. Find a restroom that's a little more private. You know where those spots are. And you go and release what you need to release. Because I don't know if it's unfortunate, but it's real that nobody else ain't fighting for you, baby. Nobody else ain't fighting for you. You all you got. I don't give a fuck who been through the trenches with you. I don't give a fuck who's been there for you to listen. I don't give a fuck who been the shoulder that you can lean on outside of yourself. When it's all said and done and you look at yourself in the mirror, you are dealing with you and your emotions and trying to figure out how you could get through the next moment or the next fucking day. And I am not trying to appeal to any negative or downside. I'm trying to appeal to your spirit and let you know that patience is key. Ain't no shortcut to this shit. We just gotta get it the fuck done. And we are all we got. And you have got to work on yourself and make it right before you can even rebuild any other relationships or call yourself being there or making it best for someone else outside of yourself. You got to find out who you are aside from the other titles you hold. Aside from being a mom, aside from being a dad, aside from being a boss, aside from being a sister, aside from being a security guard, a police, a doctor, a lawyer. Who the fuck are you on this journey? You all you got. You got to make it work. You got to be there for you. Okay? With my 2:22 message in the morning, and now it is 2:44. So let's just chop this up as being a divine message and divine timing. Peace, a blessing, and complete healing to y'all.